Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Needed Report, your favorite podcast. It gives you political common sense, political analysis. We talk about politics in an incisive way, in a normal way where a Masi, a Kosi, and anyone else can relate and argue this politics through their common sense. Today on my podcast, I have my friend, the analyst,
Masi.
Omusama Masi. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm okay. Nice to have you today.
Yeah, for the second time.
For the second time, yes. The last time, we were all shivery. We were.
I know. It was anxiety
It was
for the
anxiety.
first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always say that you take a pill. You can actually take pills for this stuff. If
You
you
know-
have anxiety, you can take a pill.
I don't want to get addicted to pills.
Addicted to pills.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! Everyone takes a pill, by the way. And actually, today, we need to really talk about this whole swearing in ceremony.
Yeah.
This man has sworn in now how many times?
It's the
Is it the sixth,
Sixth.
the eighth? Yeah. This guy sworn in 86.
yeah.
He swore in 96.
Mm.
He swore in 2001. He swore in 2006,
Then
2011,
yeah, 2016,
2016.
and then 2021.
Guy is Dracula. He's immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are some factors that we talk about on our show about his swearing in. And first, I was looking at this sloganeering that we have.
Taja Laida.
Aha. Ati kyasooka ngati tajayitamu. Then nayitamu.
Bw'anayitamu tajja.
Tabajamulangirira. Ne bamulangirira. Then they say
Taja Laida.
tajalayira.
Yeah, but
And-
we are still remaining with one. They say bwana laida tajja fuga.
Oh Christ.
So we are still waiting on that.
But he's now actually in his sixth term officially because
Yeah.
he swore in on the 12th. Those ones who might not know, 12th of May.
Yeah.
And the deeper thing I would like us actually to shed to our viewers about this sloganeering and is it helpful or is it taking advantage of those young, passionate people who come, some die even, following these slogans? Are they useful? Are they toxic? Should we just abandon the slogan?
I think they are just toxic and they should be abandoned because if you want to do something, just do something instead of just spreading the toxicity. Yeah, because there are people who are starting up those slogans, Taja Laila, but they are not the people who go on the roadsides to protest those slogans.
Yeah,
that
they just push.
They just push in the slogans and then they let your sons and daughters die. Understand? So these slogans have done nothing because they say Taja kukulia,
Nalia.
Nalia. Taja tebaja mulangirira.
Ne bamulangirira, yes.
Taja Laila, the guy yalayidde.
Is it there's this one? Tajja kuva ekololo.
Yeah, even that one. I was actually waiting for
Yes.
that. You can't believe I was so scared on the swearing again because I thought something might happen. You understand? But I had forgotten we are Ugandans. We just speak.
Yes, when I Uganda bagezi. But this is what I always tell people. You see, Ugandans, as the voters, we have learned sloganeering affects us. And this is where I'm not against it, but I don't feel it is well represented. A slogan should be a morale booster. But these guys, they come and they sell it as propaganda. So that a young child, who, because I call them kids,
Yeah.
18 years, 20 years, 22, 25,
Even 16.
16, they believe that these actually are not slogans.
They're
They go on the
something
street
else. Yeah, and do
and they
something.
die.
Yeah, those are just slogans I think the opposition uses to scare the government. They're using them just to scare, but they're forgetting that these kids who are seeing them actually think this
They are
slogans
real.
something. You understand? Like kids go on the road, they start up things, and then they die in the process.
So if the government knows this, why should it not let the kids do whatever they do? Because they know in any case they are misguided. Why would you kill the kid anyway? Why should
But the government, have you ever seen the government? I've seen many protests. People doing protests, peaceful protests. But the moment the protest turns violent, the government has to protect us.
by killing them?
No, not by killing them. By you forget that these people also try to injure the police people.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've been. Were you at NASA the last time that they had a riot at NASA?
No, I was not there, but
But you had things
I
that were
had
there.
things there.
They
Friends.
left alone the things that they are doing, the rioting, and they started looting. So I'm a businesswoman. I started my business. I'm also hustling. I have loans, and then you start rioting around my business and looting it.
So actually, what you're trying to drive to is trying to tell our viewers the government might not be innocent in this,
Yeah,
but also the
the riot
rioters.
are not also innocent.
Some will hit the police,
Yeah,
some will
some will
loot,
loot.
some will be sexual offenders
Yeah,
during that whole chaos.
I'm telling you, last time during the voting and stuff, I was in Busika. These people started a riot when they jailed Bobby Wine,
Yes, that
Chagulanyi.
was November last year, 18th,
Yeah,
something
November,
like that.
something like that. So they started a riot, and then I'm around the road, like where we were staying, because we had gone there for a project, something like that. And then these people left alone the rioting, and they started stealing this chicken, the roadside chicken and chips.
Hey, the cooked one, the fried
Yeah,
one.
the fried one.
Wow.
Because someone is starting their business there. It's the business that is paying for the fees of the kids and the well-being at home. And then someone comes, steals maybe chicken for like 40. And the business is like 100.
And one would argue that why we steal the chicken,
Mm.
although you're using the profit of selling chicken and chips on the roadside, if we steal the chicken, it reminds you that we are in captivity,
Let me tell you, if something is
so that you
really
become serious and you come also
no
join the
something
protest.
capturing you, you will never hear somewhere where there is, let me say, a whole wild like riot. Even when the BLM riot was in America, the some blacks weren't doing anything because they didn't feel like they were affected.
Yes.
There are people in Uganda who feel like Museveni is doing a good thing, and he is good for them, and they are okay with him.
We actually say that abali muchintu.
No, not about Chintu. Personally, I'm not in Chintu,
Yes.
but I have no problem with Sevo. In fact, I'm going to give my vote to Sevo even when he comes back. Because I'll better
You-
live with a devil I know than an angel I don't know.
Oh Christ! Oh Christ! You are the people keeping us in captivity.
No, me, I'm okay with Sevo.
Yeah, but I'm actually I'm educated enough and elite enough to know that in a democracy, which is a system I don't believe in, but if you choose to be in a democracy, whoever comes as a majority winner,
You're supposed
you're
to go with
supposed, yeah.
that.
And people don't know, they don't know that democracy is one of the most tampered with systems of leadership. I can easily influence it at different points: sensitization, mobilization,
mobilization.
vote counting.
I know.
It's all rechecking in the registers. It's something actually that is very easy to tamper with. That's why actually even in the USA, my good friend, I'm conservative.
Trump.
Yeah, my good friend was actually genuinely. There was fraud. It was not enough. Let's be clear. We
Yeah.
don't want to be misquoted, and we're
Yeah.
not naive. But at least he had a case, because otherwise the judges would not have listened to it. So democracy, I have to accept that Omusajja Alaide, and I have to accept that people who might not have wanted him, he's their president right now. The president of the Republic of Uganda is now Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibbs,
General
General
Tibuhaburwa.
Tibuhaburwa, which is a name which is very scary, by the way.
I know, and it actually
Mm.
fits in the situations. Tibuhaburwa.
Yes,
they
the-
say
I believe you actually, because I don't think he listens. He's like kind of you. He pretends to listen, but that's what he wants to do afterwards.
no, that if you ever want to make people happy, everyone happy, don't
Yeah.
go in politics.
Yeah,
Because
by
in
the-
politics, you'll never make anyone happy.
Yeah.
Like everyone happy. You
You're on your
understand?
own.
He has done. Yes, Museveni has. Museveni's regime has its down.
Like any other regime.
Yeah, like any other regime. But we forget one thing. Those laws and the bylaws are first signed by the MPs that we send in government,
The useless MPs.
the useless
If I
ones.
can use that one.
If you're to change something, start from the grassroots.
You guys on the grassroots don't know anything, actually.
You, for us, we know. That's why we vote NRM every year.
Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Actually, your boss guy, if I can actually, I was intrigued by his speech. You know, his speech was actually a published book, the size of Tamara Mirundi's books.
I know.
So,
16
yeah,
pages.
it was like 16 pages. And he had it in French
Yeah.
and English. So he had nothing in Uganda or in Nyankole. But
It's okay.
in his speech, there are some key issues that caught my eye, and actually, as an analyst, you can shed some light on it. He threw some jabs
I know.
to the
right?
Westerners there.
Yeah.
And now, personally, me, I believe he was pretending.
No, he wasn't.
He speaks here in front.
No.
Then he goes by and says,
No, I'm
sorry,
going to.
I had
No.
like
I'm
this."
going to tell you this.
Mm.
I think Museveni is like an Africanist.
Yeah, Pan-Africanist.
A Pan-Africanist
Yes.
and more of an Africanist.
Mm.
That's why these people are funding the opposition, because he's turning more into the
A Pan-Africanist.
Africanist that he is. You understand?
Mm.
A Pan-African, he loves Africa like his own home. Should I say? He loves Africa like, Uganda like his own home. So he doesn't want anything.
Oh, he thinks Uganda is his.
No,
My Uganda.
No,
Mm.
he loves
it
Uganda.
as
Just
it.
like me, I love Uganda. In fact,
Mm.
if I was to get, if I had a job, if someone gave me a job somewhere up country of, let me say, 10 million, and I have a job here in Uganda of 1.5, I would remain in Uganda.
You can't go outside
No.
for 10 million Ugandan shillings and you remain in your country to work for 1.5 million.
I wish.
When the price of everything has practically shot up. I think now
Even if
fuel is how much? It's
for something.
4,500.
No, let me tell you
That's
something.
more than $1.
I know it's more than
Per
a
liter.
dollar, but let me ask you something. Do you know that the cost of living here is actually cheap to the cost of living in some other countries?
Yeah, I agree with that. But why I don't agree with that argument is that people assume here the cost of living is lower.
Yeah.
But the government does not help on the basic needs.
Like
Where countries where like cost of living is high, you find that actually when someone gets sick, they have medical insurance.
but they're always arguing the medical insurance. We've seen USA.
Nothing
They're
is
always-
perfect, but at least
No, nothing is perfect. I would rather not have something than have something that is not perfect.
the problem with you Democrats, you want health insurance to even include immigrants who are not citizens. These guys should not be getting anything. As a citizen, I shouldn't work.
Let me ask you
actually.
something. What do you call an immigrant?
An immigrant?
My parents went to the USMAB.
Mm,
They birthed me there.
mm.
I'm an immigrant.
Yeah, you're actually a daughter of an immigrant.
That's what I'm telling you, but I'm an American.
Yeah, you're an American, but your father and your mother shouldn't benefit from medical insurance
Should
coming
I?
from a citizen.
Let me tell you something. Those immigrants, the ones they call immigrants, pay taxes too.
Okay, now there are two types of immigrants. There are legit or legal immigrants. You seek asylum, you get a visa, you get a job.
Anyway.
You're paying taxes.
Anyway, back to Muse.
Okay,
To Sevo.
yeah, we are going to go
I
spiral in
know,
this.
I know,
Yeah,
I know, we were
we
going to
can't
go
meet
somewhere else.
actually. Yeah.
So back to Sevo.
Mm.
It's like, what did you ask me again?
I was asking actually
Yeah,
if he was trying to I can't use this word, can I? He was allowing this philosophy of the barking dog, but
It
like,
doesn't.
it doesn't bite. Like he comes here when we are here, he
But
produces theater.
we have seen Museveni.
When he
bite.
meets them in private,
We have seen Museveni bite at one point.
who did he bite?
No, as in, at one point he refuses to sell some minerals that I used to make very, very, like the bombs
Mm.
to people. Everyone thought he was going to sell them too, and then he sells them to other people.
Is it
We've
a
seen-
matter of being Pan-African or it's a matter of being a businessman?
No. No, it's not that. It's a matter of not giving, it's not a matter of being Pan-African. We needed the money, yes.
Mm.
I think America was Israel. I think it was giving more. But because he knew the other people he wanted friendship from other people, but not them.
Mm.
You understand? We all know Savo is not a good friend of the US. We know he's more of a China person, and then
But China, only recently, but
yeah,
BBM.
and Russia and maybe
Yes.
Iran and
Mm.
Korea.
So
stuff like that.
you are trying to say he was bashing the America, but he's saying about Russia Bange and even my Chinese friends. I don't mean you guys. I mean the
Of course,
American.
no, it's not that he said it like that, but we know the person who is spearheading everything is America. Like
Because
human
actually,
rights,
yeah,
America.
democracy.
Democracy, America, but they don't have it in their country. They're like forcing it on us, but they don't practice it in their country.
For once, I get something I agree with you on because I don't believe there's democracy in America.
Yeah,
but
there isn't at
yeah,
all. Because people are segregated to according to color, according
Yes.
to money, according. I can't believe Beverly Hills, like the place,
Mm.
blacks weren't allowed there till some age. But even if you had money, but you were black, you weren't allowed to buy a property in Beverly Hills.
Mwaribavu.
No,
Don't blame
blacks
it on
had
the white
money.
man. You guys
Blacks
were
had
broke
money. Blacks had money, but they weren't allowed
to buy.
from that place.
Actually, by the way, you talk about Beverly Hills. I remember about this. The next thing I wanted to ask you about his speech and the ceremony. This guy had 11 members of state.
Yeah.
11 members of state. Now, people thought he was not going to have anyone
Yeah.
on the function. Now, he got 11 members of state. But
Yeah.
now, the critical people were like, this guy didn't want to come. You ever seen Kiraka transport?
I saw something weird.
Yes.
I saw something weird on social media. Like they were like, enkuba etatonye kirabika ne Katonda afune bakasa. Something like that.
Yeah, and by the way, what you're saying, people thought that rain, because rain has been seen as a sign of Bobi Wine's anointment.
Yeah.
When he was being elected on Chadondo, it rained in Chadondo. Presidential elections, it rained in the most part of the country. And we expected now rain would fall to disapprove Sevo. But we know he also sent some people some transport money. For example, Evariste Ndayishimye, for the Burundian counterparts who I don't speak Runyarwanda, but he's called Ndayishimye Evariste. He came in the Bombardier.
Let me tell you something. If you really believe in something, like if those people really never wanted to come for maybe democracy values and then humanity stuff, they wouldn't come even if they sent them transport.
So you're saying these guys were here voluntarily?
Yeah, they wanted. Yeah, out
of our Pan-Africanist leader.
Yeah, let me tell you, because Africans can't agree with everything. It's like Libya's president by then, Gaddafi. He had done a lot.
Killed by Obama, your favorite.
Yeah, I know he was, but he had done a lot for Africa and a lot for Africans and African countries, but they weren't agreeing with him because of the greed. You understand? But again, the whites killed him because they knew what he wanted to bring in, and
he wanted to unify us into one big ball.
And the whites know Africans can stand on themselves. We can do our thing if we wanted to.
And actually, by the way, on people who don't agree with him, of all East African countries, Rwanda, Kagame sent like a secretary. Okay, yeah, she was a dignitary. I think she was one of the people in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Do we look anything beyond that?
No,
I think he was just busy.
I think the thing is
attending a wedding, something.
No, I think the thing is no. What I wouldn't be hurt if Kagame did come, because himself is rendered as a dictator by the US.
So he's a less of it. Why do you think he refused to come?
I think before even the elections and stuff, Uganda had issues with Rwanda.
Yeah, even after now the borders are closed.
Yeah,
actually the borders are closed.
Yeah, with Rwanda, I think concerning. I don't want to say what I don't know, but I think concerning the other police.
Yeah, the police saga.
Yeah,
and the spies saga, and whatever.
Yeah, they had issues. So we don't sending a secretary or a signatory or something like that is actually a good start. So at one point they weren't even in terms of talking terms.
Would you say Kagame not coming, it's inconsequential, or we miss a lot having an ally in Rwanda? Like for you, it
we
doesn't matter
don't.
if he comes or he doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because Uganda has been there when I think
No, that's cold now.
during Idi Amin's
Time when
period.
Kagame was still in Ntare here,
We didn't
actually, it's
even
true.
have any friends around,
Yes,
but Uganda
Uganda
was
was
there.
there. So
Uganda-
we shouldn't worry about this East African
No, 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 no,
community
no, no, no.
integration. We need these people to be together.
Like I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't
You know, I
mind.
fear this man Kagame. He's a
Mm.
weird man, eh?
Mm.
And you know, my parents are from there, so anytime those people, so but this guy is like, I don't mind him coming
You won't mind him coming.
because he has not done anything. I don't think I would mind a person who got their name to a weird club.
Mm. Wow. Okay.
Really get a name of your country on Arsenal's jersey?
Yes.
Arsenal?
Yes.
Arsenal?
Okay, you could have tried Man United.
I know.
Yes, you know, Arsenal. No, could you think as a political stroke sports analyst? Say, by the way,
I know.
the reason why Arsenal is struggling is because it has Rwanda on its
I
jersey.
know. I've been thinking of that for like, I think
Yeah,
since this season started, I
Yes.
was like,
This is Rwanda's fault.
this is Rwanda's fault. This
And
is Africa's fault. I think the Ugandans are like, you did this to us, let's do it to the club.
Wow.
So the club is going back.
Mwaroga Rwanda. You guys, temuli bangu. And finally, by the way, on his swearing in, this is 40 years.
Yeah.
After 2026, he will have actually officially ruled us for 40 years.
Yeah.
Practically mean if you are 50 years and you're born in the village, in the times when there was no TV and phones, you actually don't know another president. If you're 50, you only know President Museveni.
to Buhabura.
Do you see him, according to your guesswork and how you have analyzed these things, do you see him go past? Can we get surprised that maybe he becomes Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to Buhabura, Tibbs, then he comes as a new person in 2026?
If this guy doesn't die, I believe he's coming.
So hashtag tugamba ajja kufa.
Ajja kufa.
Ajja kufa.
But I think if he really loves Uganda and loves democracy and humanity and everything Uganda, I think he should not come again.
Yes.
Because he should give a chance to the young Ugandans. Yes, we love what he has done for the country. We know he failed in some places and some points, and it's okay. But I think he shouldn't come back. I think he should give
Who? The son?
No, he should give other people a chance. I don't say his son, but he
Okay.
could bring someone.
Out of your head, guess any 3 people that you think can succeed him.
Not Bobby Wine,
Yes.
not his son. Yeah, that's a lot of alcohol to take in.
Yes.
And I think I've not seen someone. I think this guy, Amuriat,
Mm-hmm.
during the elections, he said some things that I liked, though he ruined it when he went to his place and, I'm your son.
Yeah, he
For
became
me, he became
that
more-
was euphoria. It was not that he was a separatist, but I think that was euphoria. And
No, but
how do you see Katumba Wamala? You know?
no, I think that guy did a lot in the UPDF, and I think he's a good person. But bringing Katumba Wamala back is like bringing Museveni Pro Max.
Yeah, but he's not from the region. He could balance the tribal tensions, if I can use that word on air.
No, that tribal tensions are not there because Museveni. Of course, tribal tensions are going to be there even when another president comes, even when Bobby Wine comes, Chagulanyi, Sentamu comes. They're going to say Baganda are receiving more from the government or something, because that's how it was even when Idi Amin was here, even when Obote was here. That the
and
tribal
Naisa, who ruled like
yeah,
for one day. Yeah.
because people always say the tribal tensions, that the government is doing more for the people from the West and stuff, but the government is doing nothing.
As a feminist, could you put Kadaga in the list? What if Kadaga came and said, I want to be the president, 2026, would you vote her?
He has done a lot for the place where she has done a lot for the place where she is an MP.
Yeah, okay.
So I would.
You would consider her.
Yeah.
And on that, we have spoken of Kadaga and Museveni, the new term. He has one of the many things to do. But interesting, I wanted to highlight on this. bill which was ascended to him.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
sexual.
yeah, the sexual offenses bill.
Mm.
So much discussion, really. So
So
much
much
discussion.
sexual offenses.
Yeah, and we can't discuss it all now. It's a very big.
Yeah.
There's generally there are good things in the sexual
Yeah,
offenses
I
bill.
know a lot of good things.
Yeah, like defilement.
Yeah.
I like that defilement,
Sacrifice.
child sacrifice. That's
Yeah.
okay. There's the rape. I
Yeah.
think rape.
I think the calabash should be back.
Yes, the caliber should be defilement,
Mm.
child sacrifice, and rape. I think aggravated rape,
I
like where
know.
you see someone you don't, you know,
I
those
know.
things should be punished.
They should.
Yeah, but now what intrigues me is in these smaller things.
Yeah.
For example, there's a consent. Like where they were saying a person has a right
Mm.
to retract consent
Even after
before penetration and
even
during
penetration.
penetration.
I think this these members of parliament take it too far.
Yeah.
I know you've already accepted something. Then you're like, stop there, please. No, really?
I saw a clip. Why it interested me? I saw a clip in Parliament on the floor. There's an MP, woman MP. I have forgotten her name. She's a little bit elderly. She said why they put it there. The man could be like too big.
But before, I don't know how people have their sex, but really, like before the consent at first place, you don't even check the person you're going to have sex.
Yeah, no
You
sex
just
before. Yeah, no sex before marriage. Stuff like that. And actually, I think it could be in the dark, and you didn't see the how big he is.
you didn't touch. I
Yeah,
don't know. Maybe
like
we are
you didn't
having
touch.
people are having sex nowadays, the 21st century way. But I
Hey,
think people really.
and you switch off the lights, then you go in the blanket. You realize that this guy was too big for you. Like 20
Okay,
minutes into the act.
things are being 20 minutes.
Yeah. Then you say, no, 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 no. Stop there. And if he refuses, because I don't see what this issue. Can we say that these people have?
I think consent could be when maybe we are married and then I tell you today I don't
I
feel
don't
like
feel
having
that
sex.
is rape by the way.
Yeah, that's rape
Now,
and it
by that one, I think it's not
Yeah,
about consent. That's rape.
yeah
If your spouse says, "Honey, I don't feel like
yeah,
I have to be with you,"
that's why I'm saying consent, like you
yeah,
don't have her consent, so you're raping her.
yes,
But then the thing of like you're inside someone and then they're like, please stop there. I think we all know the
15
sexual
years.
urge, and then we all know that I'm a woman, so many women might blame me for saying this, but
yes.
I think we all know when people are high.
So that, like, now we agree on that one, the consent issue. By the way, for the good thing about it, it was dropped.
Yeah,
The consent during penetration
was
actually
dropped.
dropped. It's
Yeah.
not there. The another thing that I wanted to touch on is sex work. They say if you
Man.
buy, they call them what? Prostitutes?
Yeah. No, sex workers.
Oh, Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
If you buy a sex worker, you have done a crime and you're liable to jail.
No, if sex work is a crime, then buying should also be a crime. Because why should you jail someone who is selling and you don't jail someone who's buying? But I think all in all, sex work shouldn't be a crime because people are making money out of it. People are making a living out of it.
Does making a living out of something justify it? If I can say he's selling
Crack.
does that make the money illegal? Is it
It's
okay
to
that
sell
some?
crack too, but it's not allowed in Uganda though. But sex work is not crack. Let's not
Let's not
let's not
stereotype.
compare things that are not the same.
So, what job would you compare to sex work?
I think there are people who are called escorts,
Mhm.
like these women who escort men to other places, like other countries. and
Yes,
stuff.
yes. Or expatriates who come into the
Yeah.
country, and actually they don't want to sleep alone.
Yeah,
They have ladies whom they
yeah,
bring for them.
I know, and I'm not saying this because of anything, but do you know Uganda is actually known for its women?
Oh,
Yeah,
So-
one thing Uganda is not known for coffee or
Mm,
sima milk.
mm.
No, Uganda is actually known for beautiful women with big butts and stuff.
Oh, Christ.
So Uganda is just like how you see Rwanda. People will always say,
I go to Uganda to buy someone.
no, they're like Uganda has beautiful women. Some men will even come to invest in Uganda because they know Uganda has.
So on that issue, of the women, for you, your expert opinion will be that
I
they
think
should not criminalize
they
sex.
shouldn't criminalize sex work
Oh, okay.
because people need to enjoy and make money out of their bodies. Like it's my body, I know what to do with it. If I
Mm.
get HIV, I'll take pills or something.
Okay, and there's this also issue which has been spiraling from
Mm,
behind.
mm.
You know, this bill is actually has been around for a time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, since
Sis to
2018
yeah,
there, 2017. That's always been
yeah,
there. There's this dress code.
yeah.
We are going to start arresting women who wear short things, revealing things, or what we call sexually
You
explicit.
know, that's what I call. Uganda is a very, very annoyingly conservative country. Very
Mm.
conservative, annoyingly
Is
conservative.
that being conservative, or they're trying to actually
No, let me
fight
tell you.
temptation?
No, why you?
If I see your clip, I would be like, okay, I need to go after that woman.
No,
You're
that's what
putting
I'm
me.
saying. That's it's so conservative that there is this like toxic masculinity. Like because a woman dressed this way, I have she tempted me to rape her. No, why don't you calm your thing down?
So this is the issue of self-control instead
Yeah,
of
this is an
being
issue
alone.
of self. Have you ever? We have lesbians around.
Mm.
Have you ever seen a lesbian raping a woman because she's dressed that way?